So it is August 13th, a Tuesday. So don't quote me on that. 2024, a year that'll live in history. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And what was I gonna? Oh, that's right. I'm digging the rabbit holes regarding NFTs deeper. Kind of doing a what would be called a spy, but depends on how gray you want your hat to be. Um, but a competition spy is basically what it is. If we assume these are a competition, these are competitions in the sense that they're what's selling or something. I mean, this is live dynamic market data right here, and give you a bit of background because we're running into some difficulties with smart contracts and Solidity uh, for minting Unicorn Mint's products right currently. I'm working on it. Okay, seems like I always end up saying that. Um, so I'm trying to buy and sell NFTs, just kind of like my swing trading with altcoins, just to learn stuff. With the swing trading, and I've done forex, and I have done stocks in decades past, but uh, I see that more as learning the algorithm I want to use for my trading bots. Yes, we are going to make robots in cyberspace. I like that. Robots in cyberspace, trademark. This is August 13th, 2024. If no one has a prior claim, we get the trademark. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Cub Scouts honor. So, yeah, only 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's right. I was looking at NFTs on Coin Market Cap. And part of it is just what I call care and feeding of the system, learning what are they doing for a UI. Tell you one thing with this new concept of UX, um, which is user experience rather than UI, which is user interface. And we should be able to make like the Helen interface more and more experiential um, as the cyborg system gets experience. Um, where could we be talking the Borg? That'd be kind of cool. Would you like to be a Borg? I think it might be fun to be a Borg. Uh, uh, hmm. So getting back to my review here, this is another one of those recordings where I'm basically just recording as I work. This is my work. This is a valid part of my work, believe it or not. And if you become a working partner, so should you, because we want to know our market inside and out. We want to know what's going on. So it doesn't really matter what we see here. It's just lessons learned. And it's impossible for it not to be lessons learned. And once I get my billionaire mind machine going, we'll be feeding it into the grist for the mill, so to speak. Okay. So I'm already quite far down the rabbit hole on this, really. I'm on Coin Market Cap and whatever NFT things I've tried to filter because I'm only interested. I don't want to do Ethereum. Ethereum's too damn expensive, and I think things are migrating away from it. I've got some Polygon here, and I don't like Polygon anymore because they're still attached to Ethereum, but they've got their own mainnet, I guess. I don't know. But Solana is the hot one right now. If I got to pick one, it would be Solana. I'm targeting Avalanche because the market is here and it's the coming thing. But as I constantly am mentioning, I've also got my eye on IMX, which we're very interested in because it's a metaverse, and the Arbitrum. Arbitrum's coming on strong. There's a few other things. Anyhow, so I'm on this list. However, it's sorted. I'm not exactly sure. I think by volume. I think by 24-hour volume is how the list is sorted. It's a very crude list. You can't do much with it data-wise. I mean, give me a header that you can sort on any of the headers. Right? Anyhow. Oh, by the way, I guess we need to look into MongoDB because it seems to be the Cloud 2 way of doing databasing, and I know almost nothing about it other than there's some factions that are starting to use it as the preferred DB. I do know that part of the transition from the 20th century to the 21st century is we're leaving behind SQL, which I've got so many decades and expertise in SQL. I don't know if it breaks my heart, but I think it breaks my mind. I'm still having trouble wrapping my mind around a world without SQL that you've got to manipulate data. Something about content. Something about content is supposed to be the way things are retrieved efficiently because that's what it's about. I mean, you can always do brute force, just a crude ASCII text list, CSV, say, some sort of tuple, and that's databasing right there. In fact, it's a good way to go for recoverability and stuff. Once you use a file format, if you lose the app engine for interpreting that file format, you're pretty screwed unless you want to do a lot of hacking, needless hacking, dull hacking. Uh, I'm a native hacker. I'm a hacker through and through, but I'm white hat. I'm the ethical hacker. Okay. Well, except I have been a stinker at certain points in my life. I'm coming to realize. Okay, so what are we talking about? Web 3 and beyond. It always comes back to Web 3 and beyond. But our introduction or our entry point is through NFTs. And actually we want to mint NFTs and we want to mint thousands and thousands, tens of thousands, a million NFTs. It could happen. Um, but there's opportunity to flip them too. Yeah, so what was it? Some of the ones, not this list, I don't think, but the volume on some of the ones that have risen to the top are like 2,000% in the last day. Think of that. Let that sink in. I mean, this is happening, whether it's a pump and dump or rug pull or whatever, that's kind of a separate matter. But that kind of volatility, what kind of investments do you know can increase within one day 2,000%? It's like that we've left ROI way behind, you know. So, and the number two one I think was like 500% or something within the last 24 hours. That's volume now. Again, you gotta have experience with this sort of stuff. That's I'm constantly learning the markets and the technical analysis and such. Okay. I've identified the source of the noise that's been bugging me. Okay, so Focus. I gotta bounce. Okay, you'll have to catch the next one. I'm having so much fun. But we're at okay, remember this for the next recording. We're at number 91 on the NFT list, and that's the cheapest one I've found so far. The floor price is 1 sol. That's 1 Solana. 1 Solana currently, I believe, is going for something like 107, no, yeah, $170. So if we were to compete with transdimensional, what is it called? Just transdimensional ellipsis. And you want to keep when you do, okay, this is something I learned from online marketing. I like to keep, like this is transdimensional ellipsis, and that's fine if what they're trying to do is honeypot you to click on it, find the full name. But I would try to I would try to shorten it within the visible. There, I said it. What the 92 is moggers, 93 is plebs, and those are both polygons. Polygon's real popular. That's the transition I've made within a very rapid period of time here, dealing with Web3 from Bitcoin. That's something wholly other. Ethereum is the big thing with the EVMs, and that led to stuff like Polygon being the preferred. But before I could even center in on Polygon, it became clear that Solana was beating the market, and Solana was the one to get on. Faster, cheaper. Those are always good things in this market. Uh, and so we are very interested in Solana and developing our stuff on that, smart contracts. But Avalanche is my current target because it's relatively cheap, and yet there's a market. So that's the exercise we're going through. I mean, okay, okay, I got a minute or two. Let's continue the analysis. Okay, so those last two, Moggers and Plebs, uh, are going for, let's take the lower denominator, round down, and say 10K. Okay, so the floor price on Moggers is 10K Matic, which Matic is Polygon. It's what it's what they used to call themselves. Um, Hey, I worked for a startup company that within 3 years changed its name, its legal name, I think, 5 times. So, uh, yeah, roll with it. And we're not going to do a volume and market cap analysis here. Believe me, there's a lot of money in this. What we're more interested in is the floor price. What is the cheapest these are going for? Now, Matic, I believe, is one of those less than $1 ones, like 50 cents or something. But still, say it's, I could be wrong, but I don't think so, Monk. Say 50 cents. And so that would be $10,000, $5,000. Okay, so let's say $5,000 is way too high, and a Matic actually goes for a lot less. And let's call it $500. Oh boy. That's still a lot of money. That's okay. That's more than I'm going to spend. I'll make my own decks and put my tokens on that first. Oh well. Bounce, bounce.